Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to week 11 preview and picks. Um, Today's video will just be kind of previewing every game. If you could please like and subscribe, that would help a lot. Haven't really been getting any views these past few videos, and yeah, so I would just really appreciate any sort of interaction that you give this video. That would be very appreciated. We'll start with Arizona Cardinals at Houston Texans. Um, Spread is 5 here. Gonna go Cardinals plus the 5. Kyler Murray as a dog is great. He's very profitable as a dog. Um, and I like the spot. I think Houston, after coming off that big emotional win, they could be due for a letdown spot here, and I think that the Cardinals are going to get some momentum from Kyler being back. Next, we got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Taking Pittsburgh plus 1 here. Cleveland just lost their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Um, it Deshaun Watson had his best half of football that he's played with the Browns. He was 14 of 14 last week during the second half, and he was great. Um, I think it's kind of funny. He was probably pumped like full of drugs because of his injury, and I think that's why he played so well and so like carefree. It's kind of silly, but it's a real thing. Um, but because of that injury, he is out for the season, and it's kind of this is a weird thing to talk about, but I think seeing that performance from him when he was probably like intoxicated off of pain meds, it like proves that he still has like that in him, like the old Deshaun Watson that we've seen before. And he's out for the season now, but I wonder if that's like replicable. But anyways, for this game, he's not going to be playing. Uh, and for Pittsburgh's side, I like Tomlin versus a rookie quarterback. Um, this will be just a defensive battle too. Uh, and I just like taking Tomlin here, especially with Deshaun Watson being out. Next, we got Miami or Las Vegas at Miami. I'm gonna take Miami minus 13 here. Miami, they beat bad teams. They always beat bad teams, and they beat them by a good amount. And this one's going to be at home. I just don't see it with this Raiders team. I know they won 2 games, but those were against bad opponents. And they kind of just barely escaped with the win against New York, in my opinion. Um, and so I think they're going to be coming back down to earth here. And yeah, so Miami minus the 13. Next, we got Tennessee at Jacksonville. Um, so Jacksonville has the 31st worst offensive line in the NFL. Um, they're 6-3 despite that. I think that says a lot to Trevor Lawrence's abilities. People people have been really insulting or have been really like dumping on him the past week since that brutal blowout. Um, but I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Jacksonville here. I'll buy it to 6.5, minus 6.5. Um, and yeah, I just think Tennessee. I do like Vrabel here, but rookie quarterback. I don't like. He hasn't covered in 2 games. And he's a rookie. I mean, for a reason. I'm not saying he'll be bad or anything. It's just I don't like. I I just don't like this spot for him. And I think it's a good bounce back spot for Jacksonville against a rookie quarterback at home. Um, and so yeah, like Jacksonville here. Next we got New York at Washington. This one's tough. These teams usually play each other pretty closely, but the Giants, they have Tommy DeVito at quarterback, who's, to be honest, is gonna be out of the league soon. And so I'm just gonna take Washington here. Uh, minus the 9. I think that defensive line will do great against him. And this is kind of like the world of third stringer NFL quarterbacks. After last year's NFC Championship game, where the Niners got the NFL to create a whole rule for them of allowing a third quarterback. This is the type of quarterback that you are going to get. You're going to be getting guys that should not be in the league. Um, that's kind of how I view this Tommy DeVito situation. And so I just think we're gonna see a lot more situations like that. Yeah, I'll take Washington here. Next, we got Dallas at Carolina. Line is 10.5. A lot of people have been coming in on Carolina here, and I get it, double digit dog at home, but I can't, I've been trying to get there. I just can't visualize how this is going to work. Horrible offensive line, no receivers, rookie quarterback who's really been struggling, bad head coach. You're asking for a lot against a good Dallas defense. And I understand Dallas does play better at home versus away, but I don't know how Carolina is going to score here unless they get like a pick six or something. But even then, that's still asking a lot. But so I'm gonna take Dallas here, minus 10. Um, I just think Dak and CD along with that defense is enough to blow out bad teams as they have shown. And I think they're going to do it again. Especially Frank Reich has resumed play calling. Their only win of the season was when he wasn't calling plays. Um, I don't know why he's taking over play calling again. The guy just looks miserable. Like if you ever like whenever the camera shows him, I mean the guy just he needs a break. I don't know why he picked this team. He would have still gotten paid from the Colts if he just took a break. I don't know why he didn't, but oh well. So yeah, Dallas minus 10 here. Next we got Chicago at Detroit. I've been monitoring this line for a while. It started at 10. It's now at 7.5 after the news of Justin Fields will be starting. And I liked it at 10. I don't like it at 7. Um, I'm not sure if Justin Fields is worth a 3-point line change. I mean, the guy will turn it over. Like, yes, on paper he is better than Tyson Bagent, but he'll probably turn it over. Like, you know what I mean? Um, give me Detroit minus 7 here. I would have taken Chicago had it been plus 10, but like I said, I just don't think Justin Fields is worth a 3-point line change. Also, Detroit and Jared Goff, they play very well at home. This one is at home for them. Next, we got Los Angeles Chargers at Green Bay Packers. Gonna lay some juice here, but my pick here is Chargers money line. Uh, I think my thinking here is that the Chargers are just a better team, better quarterback, better defense. Um, it's just Brandon Staley will leave the back door open, so I'd rather just take the money line to be safer. And I'm not sure how Jordan Love will be doing with that defensive line in his face. So, yeah, give me Justin Herbert and the Chargers. And Herbert has been playing well recently. They've been losing games, but I really like the way Herbert has been playing these past couple weeks. So, yeah, give me Chargers. Next, we got Tampa Bay at San Francisco. Give me San Francisco minus 10. Nothing to really say here. They're gonna blow this team out. I mean, I just can't find a single advantage that Tampa would have over San Francisco. I I mean, maybe they have a slightly better offensive line, but it doesn't matter when you have Baker Mayfield just throwing up prayers. And San Francisco's defensive line will nullify that anyways. So I just don't see uh I don't see how Tampa will stay in this. Next you got Seattle Seahawks at Los Angeles Rams. I'll be taking the Rams here. Plus one. Matthew Stafford is back, and when Stafford is back, they are a solid team. Seattle has looked a little shaky these past few weeks, and I'm not gonna call them frauds because I think that's too harsh, but they have some like glaring holes in their team. I don't like their offensive line isn't great. Um, and then Geno Smith, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. Um, and yeah, it seems like the Rams also have the Seahawks number lately. And yeah, I'll be taking Matt Stafford here in the Rams. If it wasn't Matt Stafford, I'd be taking the Seahawks, but it's going to be Matt Stafford. Next, we got New York at Buffalo. This is disgusting, and I apologize in advance. Give me the Jets plus 7.5. Um, this Jets defense just has Josh Allen's number. They do. Um, and 7.5 is a lot. Um, and Buffalo, they fired their offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey, and that isn't going to change a damn thing. Their offensive coordinator was not the problem at all. Um, I mean, it's not like the guy is out there causing the turnovers, and Sean McDermott is an idiot. He fired him just to save his own job. He's supposed to be a defensive coach, and the defense has really been struggling. Um, and yeah, I just don't. I don't. They panic fired. They were like, okay, we're 5-5. We have to do something, and they fired their offensive coordinator. But their offense has ranked pretty high this year, despite the turnovers. And turnovers in the NFL can sometimes be fluky. I mean, of course, they do happen because of a certain player's fault, but sometimes they just happen because the ball bounces a weird way, you know? And a lot of those were Josh Allen's picks this year. Not all of them. I mean, he's thrown some that were definitely on him, but I don't know. I thought that was really dumb. Next, you got Minnesota at Denver. I'm gonna be taking Denver minus 2.5 here. I like the way Denver has been playing lately. They seem like a much more competent team. I think they're going to be able to contain Josh Dobbs in the pocket. Josh Dobbs' strength is kind of running around the pocket, scrambling. And I think they're going to contain him. And I also like the matchup of this offense against Minnesota's defense. And so yeah, give me Denver here. Next, you got Kansas City Chiefs or Philadelphia Eagles at Kansas City Chiefs Monday night. -3. I am all over the place with this game. Andy Reid, after a bye, never loses. Patrick Mahomes in November, December, never loses. But I'm gonna be taking the Eagles plus the 3 here. If you're the Eagles, they have been waiting to pressure Mahomes going back to last season. Everyone knows that field was absolute garbage. Not saying they would have won, but they were an all-time great pressure defensive line. They didn't sack the guy once, and they were slipping all over the place in that game. Um, However, the defensive line this good is not as good as it was last year, but I'm sure they are hungry. And if you are Philadelphia, you have to tattoo Patrick Mahomes. You have to lay him out. You have to make his whole jersey green by the end of the day. Um, Even if you get penalties, like you have to hit this guy and make him feel you. And I think the Eagles will do that. They know it's personal. They know what the game means. And yeah, I don't think that the Chiefs have the receivers to punish the secondary. Obviously, they have Travis Kelce, but outside of him, I don't know how they'll punish the secondary. Um, Philadelphia's run defense is much better this year. Last year in the Super Bowl, they got ran all over. Um, Run defense has been so much better this year, so I don't think they're going to be able to run. And they're going to struggle throwing to those receivers outside of Travis Kelce. So the game plan is there. They just have to execute. I hope they will. Um, and so yeah, uh, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I don't have the record with me right now. I know we were 8-5 last week. If you just give me a second. 5, 8-5. Okay. So our current record is 59, 44, and 3. Um, had a few rough weeks there, but overall we're doing all right. And so, yeah, thank you for watching.